Hello, welcome to Miemie's Keepsakes. I'm Arnell. Thank you for joining me. I am very excited to let you know that today is day 100 of the 100-day project. So I am very excited. Honestly, this has been a great experience, but I am definitely ready to move on to new projects. But we're not done yet. So today we'll be doing fabric flips, and I purposely just brought out let me show you some pink and blue fabrics, just because I had to stop myself from bringing my entire fabric collection upstairs again. We just organized the fabrics, or with we, mostly my daughter Carly. So I brought up some fabrics. I have ribbons, I have laces, some trims are here somewhere, my fabric scissors, rake rack, all kinds of things to decorate the fabric strips with. So let's get started. So all you want to do is maybe find one or two things that go well together. Let's do this. Let's start with the pink in the back. Oops. Okay. The pink in the back. And I can always go in afterwards and just what do you call it, iron that. Oh my bird is back. I'm afraid I'm going to be distracted again. Let's just say we'll cut it off here. And that is too wide, so let's cut this piece off, because you kind of want it staggered, and so that the other pieces of fabric are showing still, obviously. And you can definitely sew this with your sewing machine. I am going to just fabric tack today, and then I might go in and sew with my sewing machine after. Or the other great thing that you can that would look really pretty is if you're slow stitching this with a running stitch here, you know, just roughly, or a little chain stitch. All of that would add to your fabric flip, but I am going to try to keep it simple and try to find the beginning of this rickrack. I'm going to keep it simple and just fabric tack it on, I think. Let's do that. Okay, and that's the first fabric flip done. And you can obviously add as many, or just one layer of fabric would be fine too. This is all whatever looks good to you. I am just going to put my fabric tack has been leaking out of my bottle the whole time, and now that I want to use it, it doesn't want to come out. Isn't that okay? It's coming. I'll just spread that a little bit. It's just a little bit much there on one spot. And this will go on top, and I need my rickrack. And so what are you going to do with a fabric flip, you might ask? Let's find a spot in the journal again. Let's use this one because it's a fairly neutral. So all you're going to do is glue it there on the top, and then obviously it's just something you know, tactile to touch. But the other thing is, in behind underneath this you have secret writing space again that would be covered, and if somebody doesn't lift it up they won't know. So this is a nice spot. You can also on here even glue with fabric tack maybe a photo, or what do I have here sitting on my desk, or even if you want to add some paper on there you can do that, so when you flip you have something. And again, this is a perfect spot as well to maybe add a small piece of fabric here with a quote that you have slow stitched or printed on fabric. There are so many options. The sky is the limit. So that is a fabric flip. For those of you who haven't done yet, I have to admit this is my first fabric flip too. I always see them but I never make them, so I definitely want to go in and add some slow stitch elements to my fabric flips after this for sure. You can also add your ribbon, those little, oh, I'm covered in fabric tack now because it started oozing out again, or those little ribbon ties that we do, the ribbon bows. I have some flowers here, you can add that on there to decorate it, like I say, and you can add paper on here, anything. You can decide how to decorate this. Anyway, let's move on. Let's mass make a couple because I don't think I need to show you again. And let's see if I can get my fabric tack to stop oozing just for 2 seconds, otherwise I'll be the bottle is almost empty, but I don't want to fill it up with another bottle or add this older glue to new glue, so I'll just have to bear with it for a little bit. So let's see what else I have here. I also brought in some of the Edith Holden squares, and I bought this from Black Rabbit Fabrics. They're online. I'll put their information again in the description box if you want to order some Edith, especially if you're in Canada. I had a really hard time finding, not Edith Holden, Kathy Holden fabrics in Canada. If you order it online from, say for instance, America, the postage is just ridiculous. It's way more than the fabric, so it's not worth it. But I mean, these fabrics are just beautiful. And I have a couple of squares here that I'm thinking maybe we can do something with that. I also brought in some doily pieces, but I don't want all of that covered. We'll definitely use some of that. How about this? This is some ticking, and it was a little placemat that I found at the thrift store. That's a bit of a stain there, but I think it's okay. Is there something else we want to pair this with? This is a little short. I do like the ticking. Okay. I might use that. Oh, what about this? Yes, that is it, I think. Okay, let's cut this out. I am going to leave the rickrack there on the top. And this has a couple of stains on it, which is just fine too. We like that. Let's see if I can tear this there, and then maybe I'll cut this piece off here so it's not as wide as my ticking. Something like that. And what else shall we add? What do I have here? I have this, and I think that will work. This is a William Morris fabric, if I'm not mistaken. If I can open it up. Let's see. Yes, it's Morris and Co. and it was made by Montague. It's beautiful fabric. Anyway, let's do this one. Something like this, and I just want it because I do want to see my ticking. Now I have to fold all of these fabrics again. My daughter did most of the fabric sorting and organizing while we were in South Africa earlier this year. So thank you, Carly. So I better keep that closet very tidy until she comes home in July. Otherwise I'll be in big trouble, I think. Okay, we're going to do that, but I do want something here. But I don't want to lose the ticking. Let's see what kind of ribbon do I have here. That might work. I was thinking I thought I brought some. Oh, there's the red ribbon. Kind of do lose some of the, or I still have this sitting here from when we made the jabots, I think. When did we do that? A couple of days ago. I just pulled the same ribbons because I haven't put them away. So they were still sitting here. I'm just wondering if I can get this not as white. So yeah, it is. I don't know if I've mentioned it again, but I'm very excited. It's day 100 of the 100-day project, and I might take a day or two off and maybe just catch up on, yes, I do like that, the Marguerite Miller challenge, because I did fall behind on that. And I don't think I'm gonna mass make these. I'm just gonna make them as, because otherwise I'll be stuck with a lot of fabrics kind of just on top of each other here. Maybe I'll just try to keep it neat and tidy for now. 10 seconds. Anyway, yeah, I need to catch up on the Marguerite Miller challenge. I am 1 week behind on that, so that is something I do not want to fall behind on. Maybe we can do like a little ribbon here, just on here, because that is kind of half. Oh, didn't cut that very long enough. Anyway, so yes, I might do the 2 Marguerite Miller challenges, so I'm not behind on that, and then start something new. Okay, there. And of course we'll have the draw. I'm pulling the wrong one. We'll have the draw for the 100-day giveaway, and yeah, that is the plans for the near future. and then we'll see where we go from there. It's just too big, the ribbon. Why can't I get a... Let's do it this way. Then maybe we can, or I can, control the size of the ribbon a little bit better. And my sorry, my fabric tack, it, like I said, is almost done. I think Barbara said that happens when the bottle is almost done. But I don't want to add old glue to this one, because I find as the bottle gets empty, the glue definitely gets a little bit more sticky and not as runny. And I'll try to get rid of that glue. So that's one. You can obviously still add some lace or more things. I think this one is good enough for now. Let's do another one. Shall we try to use one of these? I didn't bring purple things, so that one might not work. See, this one has a stain and it doesn't have a lot there, so maybe what we'll do is go in here. Oh, it did tear the... Wow, okay. Let's see what we can do with this one. So this one will be the back, because there's not a lot there, I'm thinking. And maybe you can't see a lot now because it's all white on white here. But there's a little bit of yellow there. I'm going to just look through. I love this fabric, all of them. They're just beautiful. This one has that little bit of pink and red in there, and yellow. Look at this. Isn't that just pretty? Oh my goodness. I should concentrate on finding something else. Okay, that might work. This is a very bright pink. Oh, maybe I should add it with this, but it's not the right color. I don't think I really brought things in with bright colors. Okay. Maybe I should have brought in more things. I think this will work. Okay, got it. Did not want to be torn. Okay, so that might is just a little too long. Put it here. And then this. Okay, and then shall we find something for on the top here? Do we want rick-rack again? I actually do like the rick-rack. I'm just thinking, just give me a second. I have some rick-rack just out of reach. I just quickly Maybe I like the red rickrack a little bit more. Shall we double up? No, don't go crazy. Let's do the red rickrack. And then I'm thinking that little bit of lace can always hang out on the top of your book. Just one thing that I have learned with slow stitching, if you use the fabric tack or even the freight check, it's very hard to sew through. So if you are planning, oh, my bottle is just oozing, look at this. If you are planning to, Betty said to open the bottle, and it does, then it stops oozing, but I already have a lot of glue sitting here. What was I saying? Oh, if you use the fabric tack or like even freight check, I find it makes like a hard barrier, and it's difficult to slow stitch through. So maybe if you're planning to add more slow stitch elements to your fabric flip, just pin it rather than gluing it with the fabric tack. I'll just glue everything today, but just a little note. Now there's some Tim Holtz fabric. Let's use some of this because this is beautiful too. And maybe that is not, it's not ironed, but I can iron it later. Not gonna look good at the moment. I probably should have brought my little craft iron in as well. Anyway, too late. Didn't think about that, but I didn't realize this fabric, it's just where it was folded to be stored in the cabin, but I'd want that piece. That's why I don't want to go in and take another piece. Let's add some of this, or even, where did the ticking go? There. Shall we add some ticking? You can't really see it. I thought that would look good, but I actually don't like it. Okay. Shall we add this fabric behind it rather than this? Or the other option I have is this. It's almost a shame to cover it up, but it looks really good. Let's do like a tall, skinny fabric flip here. Okay, and then I saw just above this was this label here. Okay, let's cut this label out. Again, this needs to be ironed. Didn't think about the folds. Everything was folded so neatly and flat that I didn't think it would need ironing, but anyway, it's all good. Maybe we can do something like this on there. But I'm wondering if I have here. So this would be the length of a tall skinny journal, so this would kind of hang out. which could be nice, or you can even use this on the front of a journal. So I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is I am going to cut a little bit of this away. And then leave, I can always cut that off later when I feel like if it's too long. Okay, so we're going to see, now I've opened the bottle and it stopped oozing. Betty, that trick works. Thank you. Okay, and then this, I'm just gonna take the fabric tag. Okay, no, that's okay. And I kind of wanted it to show the numbers here. Okay, and then I have this ribbon here, but I almost feel like it's too much. And that's too much too. Do I need something there? Can I just leave it and decide that it's okay? Maybe we'll get this. Okay, so fabric flips are definitely can be more complicated than paper. Let's see if I can tear this and make it. I want it smaller. Probably need to cut it and then just ruffle it rather than trying to tear it. Okay. There. See if I can glue it down as a ruffle. Kind of use Tina's method here, but not with a hot glue gun. Let's see, now it started oozing again. Oh, I'm so sorry, it's a mess. And that fold over. I'm just putting some glue in here in all the folds. Maybe I should have just opened a new bottle of fabric tech. Okay. Oh my. Okay, there, another flip done. Shall we do a blue one? I feel like we've only done, oh, we did do one blue one. This again is some William Morris fabric. This might be too big size-wise for a flip. Let's see what else we have here. I have this napkin with the, what do you call that work? They take some of the threads out. Anyway, that. Let's see if we can find something that will work in here with the William Morris. That could work because it just calms down that busy fabric a little bit. Okay, let's do that. And again, I need a just cutting here. Okay, and I think this time I'm going to take that off use this on here. Love wearing William Morris fabric, it is so pretty. And shall we do that? Maybe. This. And you can get rid of all the threads afterwards, of course. And another thing that would be really nice with this is buttons, obviously, little pieces of jewelry. I think what I'm going to do is maybe go in and do like a chain stitch on here afterwards, because I don't have anything here that I like with this. How about this? No, I don't like it. So I think I'm going to go in with a chain stitch. I'm not going to be too crazy with the fabric tack on the top here. Just a little bit to keep it together until I can go in there and do some stitching. And I'm going to do the glue here on the top more than the bottom, so I can get, because I want to do the stitching underneath the numbers there. And I don't think I'm going to add anything more than this. You can add 4, 5, 6, as many layers as you want, obviously, as well. I think I'm happy with that one. Shall we do one more? It's the last day of the 100-day project, so let's see what else. Ooh, let's add some doily. I might do that after I do the stitching, or do the stitching on top. Let's oh, I do have a bird friend is back. I'll have to get rid of him. Anyway, I'm going to just, when I do the stitching, stitch from there, so that is stitched on here as well. So I'm just going to put a pin in there, and that will be part of my flip. And then I have this beautiful fabric, but do I have anything to go with it? Let's see what we have here. I do want to do something with this. Anyway, let's quickly see if what is here in this pile of the Kathy Holden fabrics. But nothing with a baby blue. That could go, that can work. Let's see. No, I don't like it. Okay, I won't be using this then. Let's see if we can do something with this. I still have this fun polka dot one. I do like that on top of it. It's kind of crazy, but that's why I like it. Okay. And again, I probably, this is great small projects for slow stitching. If you're not sure and you want to try slow stitching but you're kind of hesitant, this would be perfect to practice. You can just do a couple of running stitches, you know, or look up some easy stitches that you can follow along with. It's just easy. I have this pink ribbon sitting here. Don't know what I want to do with it yet, but we can always add it in underneath. Oh, I do like that. Okay. This will be for a bit of a wider book for sure, but I don't want to get rid of any of this. Maybe I can, maybe we can cut that off, because I'm just thinking it looks very wide. for a journal page. Okay, let's try again. There. We want this underneath. Yay. Come on, fabric tag, don't fail me now. And don't do that either. I have a lot of demands here on you today. Let's bring this in a little bit more. Want it to show, but just a little bit. And again, I'll probably iron this because it kind of tends to fold over. I'm just gonna bring in the fabric tag is oozing again. Open that lid. Okay. Oh, that is so pretty. I don't even think I want to add anything else to it. It's just pretty. Or do we want to? No, maybe we shouldn't. Okay, no. I think I'm going to leave that and maybe do again just a slow stitch on there on the top. I suppose I can even bring this in. Yeah, maybe I'll just do that because I haven't done that yet. Again, I'm just going to see if I can use the fabric tag that oozed out of my bottle. Oh, a little daisy trim. Okay, that is very cute. And I think that is where I'm gonna stop today. I can obviously keep going with this all day long, and I might just do a couple more once I turn the camera off. But let's see what we made today. We didn't make that many. So we did this one, which is fairly simple. And this one with the ticking and the Cathy Holden fabric and some William Morris underneath there. This one again with Cathy Holden here, and just an old doily that has a stain on it. A little bit of Tim Holtz, just needs an iron, and an old doily underneath, and this will definitely have to go into a tall skinny journal. And as I say, this can even go on the cover of a tall skinny journal if you add a couple more things. There's a Kardashian sitting here from the other day, maybe, who knows. And then again a little bit of William Morris and Cathy Holden. And you don't need fancy fabrics. This is just what I pulled today. I'm going to do some slow stitching, just chain stitch on the top there. And then this one again is Cathy Holden. And again, don't think you need to go out and buy a lot of fabrics. These you can use a piece of like an old dress. If you have a dress with a beautiful pattern, cut it up. If you're done wearing it, or your children's, if you have like girls' dresses, are just there's just so many beautiful fabrics on it, and especially for children's dresses, the scale is kind of smaller. It's a this kind of smaller, just smaller print, smaller like this. I love this for junk journaling because the scale it's smaller. Like that other piece of William Morris, this one, see the scale is very big, and it definitely can work on a cover or anything else, but I think on a page it can work, but the scale is a little bit bigger. Anyway, that's just my personal opinion. So yeah, I don't think you have to go out and buy fabrics. If you have a friend that is a quilter, ask them for their little offcuts, those small squares that they sometimes don't all use all of them. They're perfect for clusters, fabric clusters, or even to just add here a little square on. So definitely, or look on Marketplace. A lot of times if you just say you're looking for somebody who's a quilter and has offcuts, you know, maybe you're lucky and you find somebody in the area and you can get fabric either for free or for cheap. So think about those things. Look for doilies at the thrift store. I like it when they have stains and markings on them. And yeah, and just play around with fabric. It's definitely easy to incorporate that into your journals as well. So today is day 100. It's fabric flips, the last day of the 100-day project. I'm not going to say relieved. I'm not relieved. I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. I ended up with a lot of ephemera, and I'll show you all the ephemera I've accumulated in the giveaway video, which will follow a little later today. I'll wait for some comments before I do that video, or maybe I'll do that video tomorrow. Then it gives everybody time to make a couple more comments if you want to participate in the giveaway. So today's nominees are Cheryl and Betty, and thank you to each and every one of you for all your support, all your wonderful comments. I've gotten to know a lot of you way better because, you know, we're communicating every day, and that was a lot of fun for me. Probably the best part of the 100-day project are all the new people that I got to know better. Anyway, so thank you for your support, and I will be back tomorrow with the giveaway and the draw for that. If you want to quickly leave a couple more comments, do that, and tomorrow we'll do that. And again, thank you and goodbye.